The electronic music. You've got mail. We got mail. We got mail. We got mail. Access denied.
Power off.
Somebody needs you. On your worst day on the job, you are still some child's best hope. This sign is meant to speak to the hearts of teachers, but I think that it can speak to anyone who has a part in the education of the next generation, including the interns working for Digital Opportunity Trust's ReachUp program. How can a ReachUp intern be some child's best hope if they are not even allowed to have direct contact with the students? Can a ReachUp intern be some teacher's best hope, even on their worst day on the job? Come with me as we walk down the hallways of 3 ReachUp schools and find the answers to these questions.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Palmertree, and I am the ReachUp intern at Center Hill High School in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I walk by that sign every day, and it fills me with pride, because I truly believe that it speaks to me and my fellow interns, as well as to the teachers and staff of the school. This movie focuses on 3 schools in the Olive Branch area: Center Hill High School, Center Hill Middle School, and Overpark Elementary. This movie is divided into 3 segments: information about the ReachUp program, interviews with members of the Olive Branch community, and examples of projects made by ReachUp interns.
Extra, read all about it.
What's your name?
Thomas.
What school do you go to?
Overpark Elementary.
Do you like your school?
Yes.
Who's your teacher?
Miss King.
Do you have a smart board in your classroom?
Yes.
What kind of stuff do you do on it?
I play games. Go on there and play games.
What kind of other stuff do you do using technology? Do you use computers?
Yes.
Do you have them in your classroom? Do you have a computer lab in the school, or you just use the ones in your classroom?
Computer lab.
What is your name?
Andrew.
What school do you go to?
Overpark.
Do you like it here?
Better than my old school.
Who's your teacher?
Homeroom.
Homeroom's good.
Miss Smith.
Okay, and what grade are you in?
I think 5th.
Do you have a smart board in your classroom?
You could call it a smart board.
Well, Promethean board, smart board, whatever. What kind of stuff do you do on the smart board?
Brain pop.
Brain pop, what is that?
It's like where you watch a video and you have to answer questions after it.
What kind of other stuff do you do using technology? Do you have a computer in your class?
Yep.
Do you use that a lot?
No, not really anymore because I reached my PR bill.
Oh, okay. Do you have a computer lab that you go to? What is your name?
Krista Johnson.
What school does your son go to?
Center Hill Middle.
What grade is he in?
He is in 8th grade.
How is
the TeachUp program affected your son's education?
It's certainly made him more interested in learning. The classes are more interactive and more creative. The approach to teaching, I've really seen a big change in the way that he's approached his learning, because he's more interested in the class now, and it encourages him to learn.
And how have you heard about the TeachUp program?
Oh, we recently moved out here from Memphis City School System, and so the boys were pretty far behind, and we've stayed in contact with the teachers both at the middle school and the elementary school where I have another son. And I've just mentioned to one of his teachers how much I had appreciated the fact that he was getting so involved in his classwork and enjoying it so much, and that he would come home in the afternoon and share with me what he'd been doing during the day. And she let me know that it was the TeachUp intern that had helped her create that program that he was excited about that day.
What is your name?
Nancy Jonesy,
And what is your position at the school?
one of the counselors, the high school counselors.
Okay. And who's the TeachUp intern at your school?
Jennifer Palmertree.
And what has Jennifer done for you?
She's been very patient, very kind, very slow in giving me instructions, very helpful. A lot of getting things out with emails, the group emails, so I can mass communicate with parents and students. She helped me do a PowerPoint presentation for scheduling our students that we presented to parents, and it's on our website so parents can refer to it. So she's been very, very helpful.
And do you think that the TeachUp program is beneficial to the school system?
Very much so.
What's your name?
I'm George Akers, and I'm the special ed teacher here at Center Hill High School, and I teach the children, the students that are on the occupational diploma track.
And what has Ms. Palmertree done for you?
Well, there are two things that have really helped, because I teach all the occupational courses such as life skill English and employment English, and employment and consumer math. The first thing that Ms. Palmertree did for us was work with us when we were writing letters for employment and doing resumes. She made us a template that we could go on our computers with and fill in the appropriate information that was personal, and it would replace the template information that was on there. The second thing that I needed her help with was getting some very simple reading problems that moved from the simple to the more complex, where it was obvious when you had to add or obvious when you had to subtract, without saying add these problems or subtract these problems. That's been very helpful.
Okay. And do you think that Ms. Palmertree has been helpful this year for you?
Without the work that Ms. Palmertree did, I would not have known how to implement these types of programs. Yes, they may be online, but in the background that I have, I haven't been trained like that, and what she did for us was to open our eyes not only to the two things or four things that I've mentioned, but to many of the other items that are there.
As a TeachUp intern at an advanced high school, I have been lucky enough to be a part of some very exciting projects, all geared towards keeping the attention of the digital generation. In the background, you will see clips of some of the projects that teachers and I have created. Teachers see it every day, a student hiding earbuds behind long hair and paying no attention to the lesson. The old days of standing up at a chalkboard and lecturing are over. Unless you have something flashy, noisy, or cool enough to keep their attention, the digital generation will just find some way to give their attention to something else. This is where I come in. I have collaborated with teachers about everything from PowerPoint games, to websites, to blogs, to videos, to interactive resumes for autistic students. I truly believe that every second that I have put into this program has been another second well spent. I often am told by teachers and staff that something that I have created or found for them has made their lives easier, helped them make their lessons more interesting to the students, or eliminated the not enough time or resources effect. It doesn't stop there, however. I often hear from parents and students that projects have been a complete success. I have even heard encouraging stories about other interns. I have seen many positive additions to the educations of the children attending Overpark Elementary, Center Hill Middle, and Center Hill High, and I truly believe that ReachUp is behind more than just a few of them. A talented ReachUp intern can work with a talented teacher and create a project that can change a child's life forever by giving that child an education that he or she will remember. The positive effects of the ReachUp program have not only been on the teachers and students, however. After my time in the program, I have decided to take a completely different route with my life. I was going to be a graphic designer, but I have now decided that I am going to work through the steps necessary to become a special education teacher in the DeSoto County school system. Now that our walk through these school halls is over, I hope that the questions posed at the beginning of the film have been answered. I also hope that everyone who has seen this movie now understands that anyone who affects the education of a child can be that child's best hope, right down to the ReachUp intern that most of these children have never even met.
You got mail. We got mail. We got mail.
We got mail.
Access denied.